good, PBJ Podcast? I'm your host, Jackson. We have a very special guest here with us today, man. Just met this dude. I'm really excited to be here. He's an Emmy Award winner for his hip-hop remake of Won't You Be My Neighbor from Fred Rogers and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yes, sir.
He's a member of the Recording Academy, which presents the Grammys.
Yes, sir.
He has the unofficial Guinness World Record for longest freestyle, 31 hours long.
Oh no, official.
It's official now. They got the pendant.
Yeah. I got it at the crib hanging out.
Okay.
On the wall.
Then it's official. Official Guinness World Record.
Yes, sir.
He's one of the faces of Steve Madden's brand self-made campaign. He's came out with 3 studio albums now. He's Pittsburgh grown. He's a rapper.
Yeah, man.
You know, I appreciate you being here. Harvey Daniels, formerly known as Frzy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
that's what the Wikipedia says. You know, Wikipedia. I'm ready for it to just say Frzy, and then it says Harvey Daniels on there. I'm like, damn, they got me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they got my gubby all the way out here.
Well, we're just going to act like that little name change.
I like it.
So, dude, how'd you get the name Frzy? Like, that's such a distinct name, first of all. Like, what's the origin behind that?
That's a great question, man. You know, it's interesting. When I first started rapping, my rap name used to be Freestyle, right? Because that's what I was known for, and I was doing my thing. And then when I got my first, I used to say Frzy as like an AK, because I used to love Swiss Beats. I still love Swiss Beats. One of the best producers in the game, and he says Swizzy on tracks all the time. He's like Swizzy, so I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Okay,
I can say Frzy. Frizzy's like a cool way of saying freestyle.
Right.
So when I got my first demo deal with Sony, they were like, listen, man, freestyle's a cool name, but like, the more famous you get, the more difficult it's going to be because the Google analytics will be crazy. He's like, because there's freestyle for everything. There's freestyle dance, freestyle swim. Right. So he's like, no matter how famous you get, you know, your pages will be blended with a whole bunch of different stuff. So they was like, now Frzy is interesting and you spell it different. I spell it F-R-Z-Y.
Right.
And they were like, so we think that that's where we should go. There's no one has that name. It's not like we got to fight against anybody. It's not a word that anybody use. I basically made it up.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, now
so you're really a freestyle king. Like, I didn't even know that, which is the crazy part about this. Like, when you just see, like, you just check your page and shit, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you know, he's in the game and stuff, but freestyling's hard as fuck, man.
It is, man. It really is. And you know what's so interesting, too? I'm so glad you brought that up because I think nowadays a lot of artists are slick about the way they use it. Like, they'll have writtens. Yeah. And then they'll rap the writtens over a beat and they'll call it a freestyle. Like, oh, what's it called? Freestyle over the Drake beat. But it's not really a freestyle.
No, you got to think of that shit on the fly.
Right. And especially in the battle world because now they do more of like a talking type thing where they're like, I went and got some shoes from the shoe store.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's not like... You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, man. So it's been a blessing that I've still found ways to incorporate that in my career. Obviously, I'm a writer. I've written for a lot of writers. My albums, I write my albums. But every once in a while, like we'll get in there, we'll have some fun with freestyle. I'm about to do a TED Talk where it's breaking down how my mind works with the freestyle.
Pauly, bro. Black fucking Pauly.
I love it.
I just don't you just don't even know this shit's even coming.
My nigga, I gotta keep you on your toes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure you call me back. I'm trying to make sure Jackson hit me. You feel me? That's the homie right there.
Bro. Man, what part of Pittsburgh are you from, first of all?
I'm from East Liberty. Like,
really? Yeah, I'm there all the fucking time.
Oh, word? Yeah. You gotta say Slib, like, Liberty.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's my spot. Like, I'll go there for a lot of my food.
Oh, shit. My goodness, yeah. I mean, the culture there is so crazy. Like, I grew up there.
Gentrified as fuck.
Oh, my gosh. My nigga. The white girls and poodles at this point.
Not only that, but, like, it's so weird how one side, like, the milkshake factory side is all white, and then you have the shoe sneaker side, which is all
black.
Like,
and it's so cool that you noticed that because growing up, that's the side that they've kept the same, right? David's Shoes and the hair store and Hair Masters.
Yep.
But over there, it's changed, and I know they're trying
African oils, like all that shit. Yeah.
Jamil's right. That's where I still get my oils when I come back from LA. I'm over, man. My oil, I got oils in the car right now, like from there. I mean, so but it is interesting. You're right. How much has changed? How quickly. And it's become one of the most high value places to live in Pittsburgh. When I grew up, when mother was getting shot on the corner all the time, was hustling. Like, it was a whole different space for me. So to come back to the city and to see how changed it is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just talking about like your early influences on music and rap in general, like, I mean, how much of that is from East Liberty and like, or what experiences were you growing up and stuff? Where'd you go to high school?
That's a great question, dog. You out here? Okay, you swinging out here. I like this.
I went to Winchester.
You went to
like in Chase Side, I'm right around the corner.
Let me tell you, I want to say this on the podcast so everybody here. Fuck Winston, okay? I'm gonna put that out there right now because I'm a hooper. And I went to school. I played college ball, but I'm a hooper, and I played for Arsenal. I went to Arsenal in my middle school.
Yeah.
So we was one of the only schools that had like jerseys with our names on the back of shit.
Right.
So we killing motherfucker. We playing Reisenstein.
Yeah.
Carrick, everybody. So they're like, yo, we about to play Winston. Like, we about to play this school. We like, yo, this.
Yeah, fuck them niggas.
Yeah, right. we about to kill these white boys out. We thought it was like, we like, it's privilege out. These motherfuckers. We pull up to the school. I'm like, first of all, the driveway curve. When you go to a school and the driveway curve, I was like, God damn. Okay, we went in that motherfucker. It was vending machines and shit. Niggas had. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, it's high.
Then y'all had y'all jerseys with the names on the back. I'm like, oh my God.
Wait, what? They had some bears or some shit.
Yeah, some bears. Yeah, man. Bullshit. So, and they beat our ass. Let me tell you, dog. We thought we came in there on some.
What year was this? Like back in the day?
Back in the day, like 1999, 2000.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I just know like maybe mid 2000s.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We was in there early, so they was a problem.
That's funny
because they, you know what I'm saying. So the facilities was amazing. So I used to hate that school. Like, oh man, we have to play them. But now it's like I'm in Shady Side all the time. So seeing it now, it's like, oh, that's so dope. Now I can appreciate it more for what it is.
That's fucking dope.
But yeah, man, I went to Arsenal Middle School. I went to Shinley. Growing up, that's now apartments. I think
my dad and I lived there, or like he had a place there because he was in Philly, but he had a place like in the Shelly Apartments. I was in room 340.
What?
I love that place.
And I went to school there. That's crazy.
Bust my ass there in basketball. Because they got the nice gym. They kept the gym.
Wait, they kept the gym?
Yeah, they kept it. And they just like redid the tile and shit on the court.
Oh, see, I ain't been there since I graduated. Then I went to a charter school. I got in a bad car accident. I had to get homeschooled.
Oh shit.
So then I ended up going to a charter school once I healed up. Okay. So that's not even there no more. It's in Lawrenceville.
Damn.
Yeah, man. They moved. Pittsburgh.
No, yeah, they've shut everything down.
Shut everything down, dog.
Yeah, all the hood schools.
Yeah. You know, you Pittsburgh born too.
No, I know all
you know everything. Yeah, you know everything.
Know all about it.
Right. You one of the rare people that know what the O is.
Yeah,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's funny. We're just getting to know each other through this conversation, so it's like we're like
y'all hearing us. So we didn't talk a lot on the phone, but this is our first time getting a chance to like
talk about Pittsburgh. Like, right, it's a big thing for guys out here, black guys out here for real. Yeah,
and that's one of my goals is that I've been always about making history, being in a lot of white spaces, really just opening doors, man.
I just talked to Benji about that, like the entire process and like just community enrichment within Pittsburgh and how hard it is to like really generate that type of collaboration within Pittsburgh and then keeping it in the city. Like that just hasn't happened yet. And, like we don't know if it's gonna happen, but
I feel like and I think that's the interesting thing because Benji's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing,
right?
Wiz doing his thing, right? And we all know each other and of course respect each other, but also in different spaces, right? So I've been lucky enough to I did the Heinz Hall show, which is a white space, right?
No, I saw
my face is like eating park cookie, you know what I mean? Like so been able to really bring the community together, but I think because we all don't really communicate with each other, we miss those opportunities to bring each other into the spaces that we open up for each other.
Yeah,
because it's still at the end of the day, hip hop is still competition.
It is.
I mean, I'm still ready to eat them boys alive.
Yeah,
so,
right. It's weird. I mean, there's still time though. I mean, eventually when y'all all become successful in whatever way, like you'll be able to come back and hopefully do something good for the city.
Absolutely. You'll be there. You know what I'm saying? You'll be in the building. You'll be in the green room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. But just moving back to music, like what about Pittsburgh?
Influence,
influence and all that stuff.
I think growing up in this city, we didn't have any real big artists, right? Pittsburgh, we are the the artists that have now come out of here that are influencing the new artists. We didn't have a land that had the Outkast and
we didn't have that.
We don't have none of that, right? So we are becoming those people now. But for myself, my mom's from New York. Always been a big Jay-Z fan, I think from the beginning. Will Smith growing up, because I used to not be allowed to listen to music with cuss words. My mom would be like, you can't.
So that's Will Smith.
So Will Smith, I was there all day. But then also seeing he's the first, a lot of people don't know he's the first rapper to ever win a Grammy, but they didn't air it on TV.
Yeah.
And so Jay-Z, 50 Cent was big for me too. Just his dominance in there and trying to have that like relentless attitude in that space. But then learning more about Pittsburgh, where you have the the Kelly Strayhorns and the August Wilsons and these legendary people that really open a door.
For me, it's Ahmad. I love Ahmad Jamal, George Benson. Like, those are my guys. Like, I listen to them religiously.
Unbelievable talent. So for me, that was big. And then I think too, because I grew up playing basketball, I was in sports. Pittsburgh is a sports town. Yeah. Still having that sports mentality, but using that as an influence in my music career. When I first started, I used to videotape every single Jay-Z interview, any performance he would do. I'd get a blank tape from like the store and then like record it. I still have them, stacks of just Jay-Z. But I would sit down at my house and just watch them. Like film. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, yo, how's this motherfucker? You know, he's doing, I might have seen, and Matt, my engineer, he'll laugh at you because he knows, like, the movie Fade to Black, I've seen like 100 times. Because I watch it, I have a tradition where I watch it before every performance. I'm like, this motherfucker sold out Madison Square Garden by himself.
He's dope, bro.
Yeah, man. So that's been really what I am. And now, being in a spot where my role models have become my competition.
Right.
Yeah.
I like how you phrase that, man. It's some fucked up shit. I love that. Yes, I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
So now let's just fast forward to like 2017, 18-ish, right?
Okay,
I know we went through a lot.
Yeah.
But you came out with God, King, Slave.
Yeah,
You've done
man.
that. Then you start doing this Fred Rogers shit, man.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, dude, first of all, that shit's really like, bro, I can't, like, one word is just dope as fuck.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
It's almost like, I mean, Fred Rogers is a Pittsburgh staple. Like, he's
legend.
Literally, he represents for the entire world.
No,
like,
ain't that crazy?
You know,
right.
Peace and civilization, like, at that time period.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the undisputed.
Legend.
Yeah. Right.
Legend.
So,
right.
like, how did that first come to be? Like, what?
Man, you know,
happened?
oh man, this is a dope ass story. So I was, I'd already built a relationship with WQED, which for people who aren't listening, QED is where Fred Rogers was recorded.
Yes.
The actual studios here in Pittsburgh. And I had already done a couple things with them, just, you know, and as I was getting bigger and bigger, keeping my relationship with the CEO over there. Shout out to Deb Ackland. She's retired now, but amazing. So I got asked to speak at Berkeley in Boston. I was speaking at Berkeley and then I spoke at Harvard. I've done like a lot of big schools.
Damn,
I was
man.
in Boston. I'm speaking at Harvard. That night I'm back at the crib or back at the hotel. And they call me from QED. They're like, hey, listen, it's Mr. Rogers' 50th anniversary. Like we're getting celebrities that are from Pittsburgh to come and sing Won't You Be My Neighbor, like in a small clip.
Right.
Now look, when I got my socks on in the kitchen, I can sing like Usher when I'm by myself. But as far as that goes, I cannot sing at all.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, this is dope. Oh, can I rap it?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. I'm like, actually, can I make like my own version of it? So they reached out to the Fred Rogers Foundation and his wife, and she knew who I was. And she was like, yeah, like, we'll give you the rights to use It's a Beautiful Day. They gave us the rights to use. So
that's awesome.
They sent us the original clip. I sent it over to Darren Grant, who is like one of the most amazing producers in the world. He's the one that we run with. I send it over to him. I'm like, listen, man, they gonna let us remix this. Darren like remade the beat, chopped it up, sent it to me. I wrote it down. We recorded it. When I came back, they were like, we want to do a video for it. Like, not just record it, we want to shoot it in Studio A, the actual studio where Mr. Rogers filmed it. I was like, this is crazy. So we went there, we did it, they put it out. It did great. Everybody loved it, but they're like, listen, like, the reception of it was amazing. We're going to put it on TV. Like, we want to see how it does. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's cool with me. You know, I'm an artist. All I'm worried about is the Grammy. I'm like, TV, that's dope.
Exposure,
I'm with it. Like, hit me. We're coming off the heels of God, King, Slave.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, let's put it out. They put it out. They hit me up. They like, yo, it did amazing. The ratings are crazy. We're going to put it at the PBS convention in Vegas. We're going to play it on the big, like, PBS screen in Vegas.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like, oh, shit, all right. Okay, let's get it. Like, full tour. So, you know, maybe like a couple weeks go by. They call me back. They're like, Frizz, it killed in Vegas. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I love it. They're like, no one had ever done a remix of it. Mr. Rogers Foundation, his family loves it. We're going to put it up for the Emmy for best performance in a TV series. And I was like, what? Say what now? Because once again, all I'm worried as a musician, I'm not thinking about Emmys, Oscars. I just know Grammy. That's all And they're like, we're going to put it up, man. If you get nominated, you'll be the third rapper in history to ever be nominated for an Emmy. And I'm like, get the fuck out for music. And they put it up and, you know.
You got it.
We won, man.
Fucking got it.
I won the Emmy, man. Me, Childish Gambino, and Common. Only three that have Emmys. Crazy.
Yeah.
It was dope.
That's a good company.
It's a good company, man. It's good, you know what I mean?
Company. That's awesome. I'm speechless kind of with that, man.
Shout out to Glover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
That's the homie.
And then now you go forward a couple months. You got that in like December or whenever the Emmy was.
The Emmys was like fall. I think
fall.
So.
So they gave you the Freezy Day. Freezy Day.
Yeah.
I have no idea what a day for a person looks like. So I'm curious, like, you wake up, what the fuck's your Freezy Day?
Dog.
And the whole city look like?
So, yeah, man, it's dope. I got the key to the city. And it's gonna be it's Frizzy Day every January 11th for the rest of time. Like
what?
It's
so it's not just it wasn't just
it wasn't just that one.
It's every day.
Every July 11th.
Oh man,
every January 11th.
January 11th.
Forever. So I was like, I got the proclamation at the crib framed up. Damn. And so I decided to we're gonna celebrate because you could do whatever you want on that day. There was people that get days that are just for that day, just to but. For me, it was a big moment, especially being born and raised here.
Yeah, exactly.
Get love from the mayor, love from the city. So I decided that every single day, every single January 11th forever, I'm going to do something dope, something to celebrate me.
It's your day.
Right. But I'm going to give it to charity, right? Because very Spider-Man was great.
I see that too. You've given up over
$1 million. Yeah, millions now. I think we're at like 1.5 million. And
that's awesome.
And just like with great power comes great responsibility. You know what I mean? I'm shout out to Uncle
that's
Ben.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean? R.I.P. Uncle Ben. But that's... Yeah, so I was like, okay, that's what we're going to do. So the first one, they gave it to me on the first one. It was obviously a celebration. Then that next year, I was like, I'm going to do the Guinness World Record because no one had ever done that before. And they were like, yo, that's crazy. We did it here in the mall over in Ross Park. And they
you did it in Ross Park Mall?
Yeah, they kept it open for 24 hours. They kept the whole mall.
So you could do it for 31 hours.
Hot breath, man.
So are you eating? You didn't
eat?
You didn't eat for 30. You went straight. Like you couldn't,
because you can only stop. You can only stop for 5 seconds. If I stop longer than 5 seconds, I lose. And then you can go to the bathroom every 6 hours, but you gotta be back within that 5 minutes, or you're done too. So I wasn't. Now UPMC, shout out to UPMC. They came and studied me. They were there the whole time because they were like, this was the coolest shit. They were like, yo, there's no human being in history has ever done this. They're like, we don't know what's going to happen to you, dog. Like, you could never talk again. And I was like, oh, all right, that's okay. That's confidence. And I'm just letting you know. But they had people there. Every time I got a break, they had a breathing machine thing for me to keep me right. They were really taking care of me and monitoring me. But I'll tell you something funny that happened. Some people know this happened. Some people don't know this happened. So this is an exclusive.
Yeah, okay.
So Wahlburgers, Mark Wahlberg's, they were a sponsor. So they were bringing me they had to have lukewarm water. That was the best thing for my throat. So I would be like, whenever I get thirsty. So at one point in time, man, I want to say 3 o'clock in the morning, they bring me tater tots. And I'm loving it. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I can take a quick bite. Yeah. I can rap while I chew. I can get some food up in me. But what I wasn't thinking
Did you talk about the chewing while you were chewing?
Oh, no, I talk about how good it was, though.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, though they brought me food, man, I can't stop, man. These tater tots is bomb, man. I love them when they hot. I was talking to them. And but what I wasn't thinking was my body hadn't ate all day.
Yeah.
So as soon as I start eating, at maybe 3 a.m., I start feeling like I got shit. I'm like, oh my God.
Shit.
Oh my God. What is, holy shit. Yeah. What is happening? Oh, sorry. Should I hit this real quick? Are we good?
No, I think we're good, yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. So I start feeling it, and I had to check when my next break was. But remember, I can't have regular conversations, so I have to, I'm like, hey, I'm rapping and I'm freestyling, I'm doing my best. Please tell me I gotta go to the bathroom. How much time do I have left? I would have to talk like that to my team.
Yeah,
and they were like, yo, Fritz, you can't take a break for another 3 hours. And I feel it coming, and I'm like, when that thing coming, you know what I mean? Your butthole is like, we are not arguing, we are not discussing, I'm ready to work. Yeah. So they have made me a cool throne to sit on. So I'm sitting on that throne, and at this point it's been an hour and some change of me having to poop. And I'm in pain. My bowels. I'm crying, dog. I'm literally sitting in the chair and I'm crying.
You're crying.
And I'm like, oh my God, I've never felt this pain before. I couldn't even fart because I'm like, if I fart, something's coming out. It's going to get bad. It's going to get, and of course, everybody's there watching me like a fish in a fishbowl. He's about to break this world. Oh my God. Because I think at that point we were at maybe hour 17, 18 I was rapping. So
bro, that's crazy.
I had to rap to myself crying. That you're not gonna. I'm about to make history for all human beings, and I'm not going to let some poop stop me from being a legend out this mug. So I stayed, and when that break finally came, I rapped for that 3 extra hours. When the break finally came, they had to carry me to the bathroom because I couldn't stand up. I was sitting there. No, my nigga, they carried me to the bathroom, sat my ass on the toilet. And they're at the toilet timing. Dog, I'm telling you, dog. People don't understand what you got to go through to make history. They timing me. They like, all right, I had to get that thing out in 5 minutes. They carried me back up, and I'm coming up. Man. The crowd starts clapping because they know.
How big was the crowd?
Man, it was huge. The crowd was pretty big.
I'd say people.
I'd say we maybe like 600 people. Like it was pretty big. And then like throughout the night it was switched. Like middle of the night maybe it was like 100 people because it was like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. But exactly. We had 7 cameras and streaming, so people were like watching all around the world. So it was crazy, man.
All right, well, you ready for a freestyle? Because we got to do one.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. Let's do something fun though. Let's do, because I love to explain how my brain works with that. So you pick a word or a movie or a phrase, anything, or a cartoon.
Okay.
Anything you want in the world.
No, I'll be ready.
And then I'll tell you like how.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll rap it, but I'll show you how I'm gonna do it.
Okay. All right. So, talk about.
You said you're a movie dude.
Yeah. All right. Then do you know Scarface, right?
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
I'm a movie dude.
Yeah. All right, let's do Scarface.
Okay.
So, yeah, just the movie Scarface.
Okay, dope. So, real quick before I go in, so when you say the movie Scarface, what do you think of initially? Like, as soon as
Tony Montana.
Tony Montana, right? Exactly, right?
Right away.
So, I know for myself, okay, I'm talking to you. You're a movie dude. You said that movie, which means you like that movie, which means you probably like gangster movies.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, so now I'm assessing this situation. Yes. So now I know that I can say anything in reference to not only that movie, but anything representing a gangster movie.
Okay.
And you're gonna understand it in that space, right? Because I think a lot of freestylers, what they'll do is they'll just use the keywords you said.
Right.
Right. So I'm like, oh, I'm about to freestyle. I'm right on pace. What you mean? I'm making movies. Call me Scarface. And everybody go, oh shit, because he used the word that you said. But see, for me, I think the skill of it is really taking something from that movie, showing that I understand the knowledge of that movie.
Expand to other,
Right. So, and then saying something that makes you not only get that it connects with that movie, but also think about it from that perspective. Like, oh shit, this nigga know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. He knows.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, Tony Montana, I'm sick with the flow. You better bet your money on me like him in Casino. We know that, right? Now we know that he's in that movie.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that was.
You know what I mean? Crazy. So it's like if I owed the money Tony owed, I'd probably run, say hello to my little friend, call my dick a Tommy gun, and at that point, then I could be right. So it's cool to take it over.
That's crazy to see that though. Like that shit's happening so quick.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I know Tony Montana. I spend money on chores. They made for me because I got a globe that says the world is yours. And so now they have to think about it and go, oh shit, he has that on there. That's where that world was. I know that when I watched that movie, on the staircase, it was to the right. In the pool, to the back, it was white marble in that motherfucker. Because I make it my right. You know what I mean? Details. So now we go to those places where motherfuckers have to really think about it and really go to that place and really, so for me, my mind goes, oh, remember I'm thinking about, oh, remember when they were at the car dealership doing that shit and they were doing that? That's crazy. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? So, or I could go, okay, let this sink in that I don't even need a stopper, right? I don't even need a stopper. I'm Tony Montana with a shot, call me Kobe, but not hanging from a chopper. Now, those lines all.
You know that dude that hanging from the chopper, you know, he's from Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
What's that, Omar?
Yeah, I think it was Omar. Yeah, but I knew he was from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But then, but taking that scene that's infamous, relating it to the fact that Kobe with the shot.
No, you're right. No,
but I'm just saying, like, how they think about it. So I love that in that space. Okay, give me another movie. Anything in the world.
Club.
Like, okay, great.
Yeah,
One of the things too that I love is like I said, I'm such an information junkie. I love to watch every movie, every cartoon, every anime. I'm like, because I want to know a little bit about everything in case we meet. And I'm like, because as a grown man, I'm cool with being like, yo, Jackson, I want to be your fucking friend. We're friends now. And then for you to go, because I didn't know you like movies before, right? So you said as a reference before we start, and I'm like, oh, me and this nigga gonna get along great. Because I like, but doing stuff. You say Fight Club, it's a classic. First of all, if somebody listening to this podcast and you ain't seen Fight Club, smack your mom in the face.
Fight Club. That's all we're going to say because we can't give you too much information.
Right. Now, I know that, right? So when I'm thinking of the freestyle, I can't say the twist because most people would say the twist in the movie.
Can't say the twist, you can't say the rules, can't say nothing.
Can't say nothing. So I don't want to give out, I don't want to give out nothing, right? So I want to be like, I want to say the spoiler, but I don't want to choke. If they want to watch Fight Club with a bad mouth, they should wash it out with a bar of soap. Now, people might not get that.
My phone.
That the Fight Club poster is a pink bar of soap.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm saying it for your listeners that might not know. Right.
Right.
So it's those things that really get it. and really pay attention. Now everybody obviously knows the first rule of Fight Club is we don't talk about Fight Club.
There's no rules.
There's no rules, right? So but I got so much fight in me. If I'm at Fight Club, I'll never be broke. You'll see me like Brad Pitt with nothing under my trench coat, and taking it to the place of like, yeah, okay, now I'm in that whole outfit. I'm wearing that whole thing. I'm out here in this space where I want people to then watch the movie and then.
He's out right now.
Okay, what are you pulling out? Wait, he is going to the. He got the sunglasses on. Let's go. The ribs though. I got some of those in my Amazon cart right now. But nigga, don't play. But you got the Brad Pitts.
I got the Durdens.
He got the Durdens. And he was wearing that when he had the trench coat on, man.
Yes.
Nigga. Come on, that's what we out.
Fuck around.
See how that working out. See now, me and him gonna become best friends. Yeah. And look, I'm saying this out loud. This ain't a spoiler, but I'm just letting y'all know that you will see this man at the Grammys. I can't tell you why, because he's about to do some dope. Jackson got some dope shit coming. Anyway, so I need those shades in that.
Okay.
I'm just bring them out. Okay, bring them.
I want a Haverford March Madness bracket at my school.
Ooh, okay.
I ordered my Thriller vinyl, and I ordered this.
Ooh, nice.
Michael's my guy.
Of course.
Yeah, he's my guy.
You got to.
You
see the name.
If you think of Grammy, you think of Michael Jackson.
Come on, you
think of Grammy, you think of Quincy Jones. My guys for life.
Legendary. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway.
Yeah, he's on my list. I haven't met Quincy. I got to meet Quincy. He's on my list.
So if you let me know when you do.
Okay,
I'm going to be with you.
You already know, dog. Selfies all day. And he's shorter than both of us, so we're going to have the whole on us. All right, give me one more movie.
Taxi Driver 2?
All day.
Okay, good.
All right, you know what I'm saying? All day.
Wait. Before you do that, I want to hear a verse with Durden. You rap with rhyme Durden.
Okay.
Durden or something. I just need. I just want to hear that.
So, do you want me to do? Because I can do that little accent, like the flow gonna hit you so hard. I think you heard. You hear me?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't care.
Just
Durden. I just want to see if you. I just want to see what you rhyme Durden with.
Okay. Flow sick. I'm gonna say that word first. They call me Durden. Girls looking at me, they winking. You hear them flirting. Now they like, don't put it in. It's too big. It's hurting. Jamaican in my blood, so when I get it, I'm jerking. No, let me stop.
Man, you sound like a burden.
That's for certain. Bars. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful. I feel like it's a gift and a curse, man. I got my brain studied by UPMC. They wanted to see how I rap the way I rap. Yeah, and we found out they put me in an MRI machine and they gave me words to freestyle about while they watched how my brain went so quick,
how fast you process.
I found out that I don't have a 2-second delay. A lot of people have 2-second delay that we don't even know we have, and they were like, you don't have that 2-second delay. So I treat my brain like a separate entity. So when you say something to me, my brain automatically figures it out while I'm still talking to you. So while we're talking, I'm writing that in my head.
Yeah. Wow.
So sometimes I don't even feel like I'm freestyling.
Man.
And right, so as soon as I meet someone, I listen to everything they tell me.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, I'm holding that in the holster in case I'm somewhere. Now let's say I go to Philly and I'm with you and one of your boys is drinking. He come up to me, yo, I heard you spit. Let me hear you say, let's rap right now. What you wanna, you know what I'm saying? What you wanna do?
Oh yeah, you remember.
I'll be like, okay, let me give you the whole breakdown of how me and Jackson became friends and how it's working out. Let me tell you that he about to smash a girl right now. That's why he's not standing here. I wanna hurt their feelings to a point where they go, damn, this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Damn, this motherfucker was listening. This is how you move. Yeah. So it's important to me to really take that time to get that information, and then it just sticks in my mind. And I don't have that 2-second delay, so I'm able to just trigger it whenever I want to and turn it off whenever I want to. So it's more like a negotiation with my brain where I'm freestyling, but I'm actually reading off of a sheet that it already wrote.
That's crazy.
So it's craziness. It's like a superpower.
Really is.
Yeah. So next time, so for you and the listeners that are listening, next time you see somebody on like a TikTok or people who do the live, like,
good
I'm
thing
freestyling
you weren't
about
rapping versus Eminem and lose yourself.
Dog, listen, man.
You would have fucked his ass
up.
I
had to come at him, you know what I'm saying? Because he was out here just, tell me something else you want to know about me. Em, let's go. Yeah. Okay, let's get it, Em. Now, Em is a monster, though.
No, he is a monster. Yeah, he's a great freestyler.
Oh, my God.
I don't think he got that 10-second delay either.
Oh, no, he don't.
Definitely not.
Not at all. And his vocabulary is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's what. And then the way he rhymes those words. It's also about the style of it, because I like to do it more like you're listening to a song. Yeah. He likes to do it like while he's talking. For certain, you might want to go there. Right. So it's interesting to see these different styles of it. But yeah, man, like, you know, for everybody listening, next time you say that your favorite artist rap or your favorite artist freestyle, really see if he did this. Because there's a difference. You know what I mean? It's a difference. There's niggas that cook and there's people that push buttons on microwaves.
Yeah.
It's a difference. I mean, you still eat it either way, but it's a difference. The seasoning hit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's crazy. All right, so I'm trying to think. Moving on now to the biggest passion, which I'm hearing throughout the entire night, is Grammy.
Come on, man.
And you're involved with the Grammys.
I'm on the board. Yeah.
Philadelphia. Your own chapter.
Yep. Philadelphia chapter. Yes, sir.
Say you're the governor.
Yes, sir.
So, first of all, what does that entail? Actually, no. Before I ask that, how did you get to the Grammys? Like, what process was that like? Did you reach out to them or they reached out to you?
You know what's so cool, man? I feel like I didn't even know the Academy existed a couple years ago. Okay. And it was a cool space because I was in. So when I signed my deal for Steve Madden, I was in New York, and I signed that deal. I was meeting. Right now, my publishing people know ASCAP and BMI. It's like the most popular. But there's another one called Centric, and which is also huge. That's through Sony. There's a lot of different publishing companies. So I was meeting with a publishing company that you had to get asked to come through. I'm not gonna say their name. I didn't pick with them. So, but they had me come in for a meeting in New York. I'm in the meeting with them, and they're the same publishing company that has Beyonce. They have to invite you there. So I'm in that meeting. I'm sitting down with one of the executive people there, and they're pitching it to me, and they're saying, "Why I should switch publishing?" Blah blah blah. And she's like, "Or you're part of the Academy," and I'm like,
"Right."
Fuck are you talking about? What is the Academy? And I found out that that the Grammy Academy is a space where elites, all the musical elites, but from artists to labels, all vote. This is who votes for the Grammys. And that's why it's not even about how popular a song is. Sometimes it's about like your peers are voting. Your peers are voting. So So I found out about that, and you have to get invited into the Academy. So not only do you have to get invited, but you need recommendations. You need 2 recommendations from 2 of your peers who are already in the Academy or someone bigger in that space.
Yeah, so I was assuming it's a pretty exclusive
it's space, super exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so if you're in the Academy already, not only to be in the Academy, but then to make it to the board, which I made my first year into the Academy. So I found out the people who were in the Academy. I got recommendations. Now, you only need 2.
Yeah.
But I got 5. I ended up going crazy fast.
You went crazy.
Also, your grandfather was one of my recommendations as well.
It's funny. I want to preface this too. So, Smokey is my step grandpa, right?
Step grandpa, yes, because your grandma.
And then my biological grandpa, he was with I don't know, you know the Marcells. The
duo, the Marcells. What was it?
Yeah, he's.
You just gonna hit me with the double uppercut? The legend. I didn't know that. God damn.
Yeah, I was just with him today.
If I ever get in a car accident, you know who I'm calling for a blood transfusion. I'm calling you for a blood transfusion. You got, like, give me the power. It's over 10,000. Yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's amazing, man. Yeah, no, boy, your step grandfather, Smokey, I created a good relationship with him. He came here to Pittsburgh, with your grandma, and just great. So when I hit him, he was getting, I think, the Artist Lifetime Achievement Award that year. So I was like, listen, man. He was like, yeah, whatever you know what I mean, do, which is going to guarantee me in there. But I made it in there, and I was groomed by some amazing people that were already in the Academy. They really thought that I had potential to win a Grammy, obviously, especially because I was coming off the Emmy.
Yeah,
and they were like, listen, we think that you could be on the board. Obviously, eventually, I want to be president one day. So it was great to be in that space, but it also taught me a lot about how the Grammys works and what it means to win a Grammy. And when you see people win Grammys, you're like, well, I never heard of them. I never heard that song. It's not just about that. It's about creating music and music excellence and really caring about the music. And that's one of the reasons I really respect the Academy a lot, because it showed me that it's not the difference between popularity and success.
Yeah.
Not a plug for the album, but also so now I'm in there. Now we have a program which you know about a lot called Grammy U, which is also for young college students and young professionals that also have that potential, that also want to be in that music business, from podcasters to interviewers to recording to producers, like a lot of big categories. So it's been a lot of fun now being in this space and being given a responsibility to have some power in there to make change.
So do you usually go out there too now, like every time?
My first couple years I didn't make it out there. But I was a part of everything that was happening.
Of course.
So, but now, I'll be out there this year for the full Grammy week. Dope. It's gonna be crazy, hopefully performing out there as well. Then be at the awards and the after parties. I mean, Grammy week is Grammy week. So the Grammys might be, let's say it's February 2nd. I don't know when it's going to be this year. I know it's always beginning of February. They didn't announce it yet, but it's usually like around the 2nd, 10th, something like that. And but like I say, it's on February 10th. You got to come out there February 4th. Because the Grammy parties leading up to it are usually sometimes even more fun than the award ceremony itself. But just having that experience of not only seeing your peers, but artists that you look up to, you love, being on that red carpet, being in that stadium, then also going to the after party and sharing a drink with Alicia Keys, you know what I mean? Or, actually.
Have you gotten some good advice out there too?
Oh my gosh, so much.
Yeah.
You want to know something, not to toot my own horn. One of the things that was really cool for me is there's a lot of people that I've watched on TV, like even actors that are singers that I didn't know were singers. And I would meet them and I like watch them on Vampire Diaries or I watch them on all these shows and they're like, they know who I am. They're like, yo, Frizz, oh my gosh, so nice to meet you. And asking me for advice. I'm like, motherfucker, I got you TiVo. I got you, right? You know what I mean? I got you on the Roku at the crib. What you mean? But they're like, yo, how did you do this? And it really shows you that everybody has their own path.
In a creative space where they're like, listen, man, like you could help me, like you're another unique perspective.
It's giants talking to giants about how to build shelves.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
It's that's the beauty of it, and it really allows you to know that you're. Not that that's the only degree of success, but it really lets you know you're on the right path. And for our society and what it means to be successful, winning a Grammy is the top tier.
The highest of the
high. It's the highest of the high. So for me, especially having an Emmy already, being a Grammy winner on top of that, then I'm going to go for the Oscar next. We out here.
I think it's great for the viewers of this podcast to hear the music excellence piece. People recently have obviously questioned the integrity of the Grammys.
Big time. Yeah.
You see people a lot of the time get upset over women artists winning,
crazy,
just based off of their popularity.
Of course,
so a part of it is music excellence, and we don't know the process. So who are we to judge? But at the same time, that's what people do.
Well, and also understanding that everybody has different tastes, but also that it's bigger than just your world. Like a lot of people are in these pockets where like, well, me and my friends listen to Playboy Cardi all the time.
Astroworld didn't win. You know what I'm saying? And that's when it started.
That's when it started, right? And you saw Drake boycotting and The Weeknd boycotting. Yeah. And obviously we're human beings. We're gonna get some stuff wrong, right? And I think the Grammys is progressing and learning amazingly. I'm so proud of the organization and the Academy, but it is reminding a lot of these people that. Some of these artists, some of these niche artists especially, and I think once you start talking about Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and Twitter, that don't let these numbers fool you. Because one of my favorite lines from Jay-Z is men lie, women lie, numbers don't. But now numbers lie, right? Now you have stream farmers who will...
it's crazy. It's crazy to think about how you get a sold record for one, it's how many streams and the stream needs to be 15 seconds long, or that's it.
And that's it. And you maybe get a half a cent, not even a whole penny.
And you can completely manipulate.
So you'll find some people who maybe have never released a song in their life, right? And they'll release one song and they're like, well, on SoundCloud, I got 1 million views. Yeah. Right? And you're like, but you can't sell out a venue. But you can't show up, right? You can't show up somewhere. No one, you have no articles, you have no press, no one.
Exactly.
And so it
just got so much harder.
It got so much harder. But they're tainting the pool so much. There's so many, I think, for me, participation trophies going out that these artists are famous because they sung a cover one time really good on TikTok,
right?
But they can't write
that's what pisses me off the most, man. I'm sitting there seeing the TikTok artist bullshit, and then you see bullshit. I got, then they're tooting their own horns and shit.
It's crazy, right? Yeah. And they don't understand too that these labels are giving them 360 deals. So they're signing a deal for one single because that single's hot right now, and then you never hear from them again, ever. You're like, what happened? But then they're like, well, people love my covers, but they're not reacting to my real songs. But you're also not marketing your song. You also think that just by it being on social media is all you need to do.
That's what I'm saying, man. You can't just post something. You have to follow up. You have to make sure you hype it up beforehand.
Yeah.
And you have to put out more shit too.
Man, you're preaching to the choir. One of the wackest songs ever exists, but it went viral crazy. It was a song called "It's Just Water." It was on TikTok. It was like, it's just water. All the niggas was doing was just act like they was drinking water. That was the dance, right?
Yeah.
Viral, crazy.
Yeah.
3, 5, 6 million views.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's on there feeling himself. I got more bigger numbers than everybody, blah, blah, blah. But right now, not only could you not, no one could tell you the name of that artist, No one could sing you anything more than just a chorus.
Yeah, it didn't reach me.
Right.
I don't know.
And I always told somebody, the way I came up in the era where you were popular or you were famous because of not only your talent, your accomplishments, but the people that were putting you out, the magazines you were on the covers of, the TV shows.
You had to really get
really
in the press.
do it, right? Really do it.
Yeah.
So, but now it's like, okay, I'm hot because I got 1 million followers.
Yeah,
but you
just can get lucky and get on the explore pages and all that.
Dog,
shit,
there's a person that has 3 million followers right now who pours juice on his head. That's all he does. Thinking you just requested juice, he pours it on his head, 3 million, comfortable. Now he's starting to rap. What do you mean,
bro? So I know you must be pissed about Hawk Tua, right?
Dog, I swear to God. Did you see what happened at the Mets game? She got booed at the Mets game.
But like, bro, I see her partying in Miami. I see her like,
Dog.
No, bro, I see her on the podcast. She's like, oh yeah, I'm moving to LA. I'm like, bro, I'm busting my ass
right?
to move to fucking
and
LA.
You're spitting on microphones.
Like, oh, I said Hawk Tua, and all of a sudden bro, I say Hawk Tua every day to spit out on the street.
Listen.
Real shit.
Dog, and
Diddy.
And that's
real shit. No, I didn't say that.
You know what I mean? And take that.
Yeah, bro, like the fuck.
It's crazy. And now she's getting paid what? $10,000, $15,000 for an appearance in the club. For an appearance in the, what are you talking?
But then it's all over in like 6 months.
And then they act surprised. No one's calling me back. No one.
What happened to I would never also want to be known as Hawk Tua.
Dog, that's it. But that's what happens, right? Is these mugs, and then they start either trying to do music or something. But you're known as the Hawk Tua girl, or you're known as the dude that dances in the malls. You ever see somebody? I never want somebody to come up to me and be like, "Yo, I know you. You're famous from TikTok. You do the YouTube thing." Who are you? What? The fuck you be? So I think one of my favorite sayings to myself is, I'd rather run on the road to success and then show up with strong calves than get dropped off and not be able to stand on my own.
For sure.
So
for sure, you want to go through the hardship first.
I need that. It's the journey. That's the fun part.
That is the best part.
That's the best part.
Yeah, putting in that.
Imagine a TikToker, if he wrote a book, it'd be like, sign up for TikTok,
all
went
of a
viral.
Sudden, I blew up.
6 pages.
Yeah,
6 pages. He can't even do it. They can't even make your thing into not only a made for TV movie, they can't even make your shit into a commercial, let alone a biography. Nah.
Well, I'm glad though that it just seems obviously like the Grammys are keeping the integrity, the value of the physical award intact. Like they're not letting it be liquidated or just, depressed in any way.
And that's why I'm always going to support it. And that's why I'm so honored to be a part of the Academy, because it is. And it makes me take my career. I always take my career seriously, obviously, but it makes me understand and to be around my peers and be like, wow, I'm around these legends. And I'll go to their house and they get Grammys on the shelves.
Shout out Grammys. I just took a picture with Smokies.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because I was there. I just was like, I got it.
I mean, you got to grab it out.
I'm holding a Grammy. I got to take a picture with.
I mean, and that's Motown. That's legendary.
Motown,
oh my gosh,
all that shit.
All that shit, man. Yeah. So it's a big move, man. Yeah, it's a big move.
So. But you're talking about the Steve Madden shit for a second.
Yeah.
I know Steve Madden from Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes, that's what a lot of people know, bro. That's what a lot of people know Steve Madden from. Yeah.
And because I wasn't around for the commercials. I wasn't around for the popularity.
Right, which is crazy to think about, right? Yeah.
So
I mean, what the company's, I think, now worth $2 billion?
Yeah, it's
$2-3 billion. It's huge. Yeah.
What's that self-made campaign like?
So it was really cool, man. Steve Madden and his company, Steve Madden, decided to find a lot of young not influencers, but entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And successful people that were not only young in the game, but had earned it themselves. Right. Didn't ride on the coattails of nobody. There was no, didn't really need no cosigns. Right. So they reached out. They reached out to me. It was actually after I won the Emmy. Steve Madden's, it was big news everywhere.
Yeah, it took you to win an Emmy, man.
You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Shit. So it was funny, man. I'll never forget this story. I never really told somebody the story. Steve Madden's assistant, shout out Nancy, love Nancy to death. She DM'd me, and she was like, listen, man, like, you're amazing, everything you're doing. Like, Steve, we all love how you're doing things over there. Yeah. We want to say congratulations. We want to send you a pair of shoes. Now, at this point in time, I'm in Boston. Because I'm just getting done speaking at Berkeley. Yeah. And they're like, we need an address and shit. I'm like, hey, fuck out of here. It's not real. You're not. You know what I mean? And I was like on Nancy's page. She ain't have nothing about Steve Madden on her page.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I don't want to get the address to where I'm at, because
you don't get shot at.
I'm like coming out. You know what I mean? And I had the Emmy with me because I came straight from the Emmys to Boston. So I had it in my bag. So I'm like, nigga,
no, I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but then I was like, she seemed legit. So I was like, okay, here. I went online. She's like, pick a pair. I picked a pair, send it over. They never come. So I'm like, they got me. Yeah, damn. I thought I was.
Right.
And she checked in, hey, did you get the shoes? They ended up going to like the wrong address, like the mail people ended up fucking it up. So then it was like, hey, come down. We want to talk to you about some stuff. I go to New York. I talked to them for a little bit. And there's another longer story that was cool about how I met Steve. But basically, they were like, we're doing this self-made campaign. It's amazing. We would love for you to come out, be a part of the show. We're doing a commercial. We're doing ads. So I went down to New York. We shot the whole ad. We shot a commercial that's out now. That's also still playing in Times Square at the Steve Madden showroom.
Nice.
And it was just amazing. We got and me and Steve really got to get close. And then the commercial was actually me at dinner with him and the rest of the self-made people.
Self-made, yeah.
Right in the middle of Times Square, man.
That's dope.
It's just been so amazing to be the face of a brand that's so legendary.
Yeah.
And to go on the website and be like, just type in Frzy self-made Steve Madden, like I'm right there. And just to see me on that page. Also, every shoe I wear is Steve Madden right now.
Steve Madden's right there?
He's Steve Madden's right here, man.
Put him up a little bit.
The leopard. Oh, hold on.
Let
me. Yeah, I mean. Hold on.
No, I think you got it.
Oh, you got it. I ain't stretched today. You know what I'm saying? So, but these are amazing, man. They zip down too. It's the leather dips out here, which is great, and you can get them on the site right now. But it's also a slip-on. Also got a little bit of a heel, so it's giving jungle cowboy. You feel me?
No, I was like, damn.
Yeah, so I'm a big fashion dude. Obviously in Milan for Fashion Week. Also,
awesome,
getting ready to hopefully do the Met Gala next year.
You can help pick some shit out for me. I'm trying to go for this. I'm going for the Tony look, I think.
Oh, you going for the Tony look?
Yeah, because I'm about to get I'm trying to find like a navy pinstripe or something like that.
Man, listen, my suit game crazy. We're gonna have to talk.
Okay.
We're gonna have to talk. Yeah. And you in Philly, you right next to my stylist is in New York. Yeah, we're gonna have to get you some. We're gonna have to lace you up, man. We're gonna have to get you some Mads on your feet.
Okay.
1,000%. Steve Mads on my feet make the cycle complete. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, just to wrap this up though.
Yeah.
I'm asking every person this, but what's the future plans? I know what's in store in terms of Grammys.
Right.
Fucking Grammys.
Yes, it's coming.
But specifically, what are the big goals you have coming up in the future here that you could share, maybe a little insight?
Yeah, man. For me, it's about being everywhere all the time.
Me too.
I am very confident in myself that I'm not stopping what I'm doing until I'm the best rapper alive. And in the conversation of the top 5, right? Like I don't want to. I don't even want to be in the conversation because it's automatic, right? So I'm excited. I say in a song, I'm excited to start a top 4. Like that should be the conversation at this point. So that's really where I'm at. But there's so much I want to say that I can't announce yet. But really taking my brand and putting it in all the spaces that the young me wishes he could have been in.
Okay.
So teaming up with a lot of big TV networks that are coming out, so you'll see me on TV a lot within the next year. So I'm really excited for those announcements. I did the big symphony show with the Pittsburgh Symphony. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Symphony. I can say this, that me and the composer, Kristen Krieger Scott, my boy, who's amazing, he composed a whole show with the Pittsburgh Symphony. We just got done having our stuff recorded with the Budapest Symphony, Budapest scoring, which is unbelievable. We did that a couple days ago. We had to be there while they recorded it, and so the songs from the symphony show will be out.
Okay.
So people will be able to get those, and they'll hear those on like some of their favorite movies and some of the stuff going. And Budapest scoring is, one of the top symphonies in the world. They did Wednesday, Kung Fu Panda, Mission Impossible.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so just sitting there and watching people in Budapest playing my music from my Success album is nuts.
Yeah.
But really taking the brand and allowing it to become whatever it wants to be, because I know that I'm good enough to do it. And not being cocky, but convinced. And so taking that and running with it, but also paving the road for pillows for the ones behind me. I think that's my biggest goal, because my legacy, though I'm creating it, it will only be repeated by those who are influenced by it. So thanks
for the quote.
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks for the quote. I appreciate it. Yeah.
But that's what it is, right? And to me, one of my favorite things is the most important conversations are the ones you'll never hear.
Yeah.
And so for me doing this, people will watch this. You'll go home, you'll go talk about this, right? Hoping that I made a good enough impression that you feel confident in talking about me to give yourself more credibility. Same with me talking about that. I'll just say it's the same love.
That's my hope, man. For real. I'm trying to be in a position like you, man, where No,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate you doing this.
So we filmed a couple new music videos for the album. I'll be releasing some new music. It's been a very interesting space because while I'm still promoting, I dropped 2 albums at the same time. So while we're promoting popularity and success still, because my single "You Ain't Got No Money" is still on the radio, still on the charts. So we got a video for that coming out, which is great. It's my song, but also a lot of the other songs on the record push it, but then wanting to still put out some new music because I'm like, dang, I still want to give them some new stuff.
Keep it going,
right? But I still want to promote this stuff still. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's a lot of great things coming in record time. No pun intended.
Well, that's exciting, man.
Bars,
again,
man.
Yeah, dude, I can't appreciate you enough.
Hey, I appreciate you,
really
dog.
important, man.
Good look, man.
Yeah.
We here.
Yeah, episode 3, we're out. We really appreciate you being here, PBJ Podcast. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.